Edgar TV.
How do, guys? Welcome back to Edgar TV. I just want to say first of all that 70.2% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. If you are one of these 70.2%, please consider hitting the subscribe button today and following all the latest Edgar TV. So today is all about media commitments, and there's been some famous incidences like post-match interviews like Barneveld this year at the World Championship, when he got a lot of flack for being quite dismissive and saying like he'll never forgive himself and things like that. We've also had the famous Wayne Mardle, why wasn't I told interview. But is this a requirement? Are players expected to do this? And the answer is yes. Both pre and post-match interviews are expected in relation to the broadcaster, whoever that is, and other media outlets. Now, before the match, I believe it's 90 minutes before the match, they can come and ask you, but anything before 90 minutes up to the match is your time, so they can't disturb you in that amount of time. If you need to do photos or anything like that, then you've got that window anytime before 90 minutes before the start of your match. But what about post-match in the examples we've just given? Yes, post-match interviews are required. You can ask for a cooling-off period, but that doesn't exceed any more than 20 minutes, and it will have to fall in line, obviously, with the broadcasters in some of these cases. So yes, post-match interviews are required as per the terms and the agreements of playing within the event. So in relation to the Barneveld incident that we first started talking about, which got him a lot of media flack, yes, that was a requirement. And it's actually a requirement even down to the DRA, which is Darts Regulation Authority. You'll see here Kim Hybrett's getting a fine there for failed to do media, and also Peter Wright. So it's actually a finable offence to not do this. And how it works really is very simple. So you go off to the stage steps, which are the steps over the side, not the ones on the front, which the crowd see you come up. So you come off of those, and there'll be people waiting for you there. Dave Allen, the head of media, will come to you. If you've won, he takes you over to the main media room. If you've lost, then it's off to this little sort of cupboard space which got Dan Dawson in it. You know, it's like the Booby Prize. Dan Dawson asks you a few questions, you know. Ugh. But if you've won, like this guy keeps doing against me, I'm going to get him. I'm going to have to beat him on the big stage soon. He's beat me 2 years in a row at the World Championship. Anyway, if you've won like this guy keeps doing, then you've got, first of all, broadcaster interview. Do Sky Sports want to speak to you? Yes or no? If the answer's no, then you get whisked off to like a media room, which is done in a press conference style. So any sort of local radio, YouTube channels, media outlets, papers, all these get to sit down and ask you those questions. And these are like the interviews you see, like when you see them coming up on like YouTube and things like that. This is all done in this media room where everyone sits there together and gets that done. And I tell you what, right, the World Championships especially, it's a horrible feeling when you come out your interview with Dan Dawson and you got to walk past this media room and you look across and you see the opponent you've just lost to sat there doing all this. Yeah, it's not nice, because as you can imagine, I like to sit in front of a camera. But as soon as those media commitments are done, you can go back to your friends and your families, back in the guest room, and it's all done. But yeah, to answer that question at the very start, was it required? Yes, it's actually contracted and finable if you don't do those post-match interviews. So yes, that interview was necessary as it was requested by the broadcast.
Edgar TV.
And if you still haven't pressed that button yet, guys, today's the day. Hit that subscribe button. Join Edgar TV. Daily releases while isolation's still on. And as soon as we go back to the Pro Tour, more Pro Tour content.